welcome to the feature discussion for 20th July 2021. My name is Harsh Singh, and this feature discussion is on WTO deal on fisheries subsidies. Now, this article is important because here we understand what is this issue about fishery subsidies, what is the contention of the developed countries and WTO, what is India's stand, and what is the way out in this particular issue. Now, many countries provide subsidy on fishing activities. For example, giving fishing trawler boats at economical rates, providing fishing nets at economical rates, providing fuel, for example, diesel at economical rates, right? Now, WTO comes into picture, right? And it says that fishing activity which results in illegal, unreported and unregulated fishing. So IUU, illegal, unreported and unregulated fishing activity, this must stop, right? And all the subsidy given here should stop, which results in this kind of IUU kind of activity. That means illegal, unreported and unregulated fishing activity. This is also backed by Sustainable Development Goal 14, number 14, which is on life on water, point 6. We will just come to know about that, right? So this is what WTO has contended. And India has also opposed this. We will understand it in details now. Now, nearly 20 years, the developed countries, also backed by WTO, and developing countries, they are trying to negotiate this deal, right? Why is this negotiation happening? Why not this is being done by this? Why not being done by elections at WTO? Because WTO works on consensus, right? All the countries have to agree to a particular resolution. And then is when they will follow the particular suit. They will obey that particular order, right? So WTO primarily works to ensure seamless trade throughout the world, international trade. It tries to ensure that reduced tariff is there in international trade activities so that more trading activities is done. It also resolves disputes between member countries, which now it is being between India and the other countries. And this is how it functions, right? So what is this issue about? Now, UN SDG, Sustainable Development Goal target number 14.6. 14 is about life underwater, and point 6 specifically talks about prohibiting those kind of fishing activities, fishing subsidies, which result in overfishing and overcapacity, specifically leading to the IUU fishing. So that means illegal fishing, right? And then we have unreported and unregulated fishing, right? Which also leads to overcapacity, utilizing it is not sustainable, and overfishing in that particular zone, right? It also talks about giving differential treatment to the developing and least developed countries. So it does not say that the subsidy must stop. It says that subsidy must continue, but there are certain deals which India is providing here and certain things which the developed world and WTO is also demanding, right? WTO says that only specific sector of economy will be provided subsidy, but India says no. The whole country must be provided subsidy under this second norm, right? So this is the main contention here. Let us understand this in details, right? Now, what is illegal, unreported and unregulated fishing? Each of them is a different technical term and each of them have a different meaning. So illegal fishing defines fishing without a license, without having a license in a closed area. Why closed area? Now, because if one keeps doing fishing activities in a closed area, it will result in lesser fishes in the same area and there'll be no time for fishes to grow, right? So this is unsustainable. So open area is the place where fishing must be carried out. So illegal fishing without a license in a closed area with prohibited gear. Certain gear are prohibited because they catch not only fishes, but those marine organisms which are not required. For example, turtle, right? If blue whale is caught and it is illegal to catch blue whale, so one cannot use those kind of gear which are prohibited, right? Over quota, right? Certain quota, for example, 1 ton of fishing ought to be done at a place in a week. And if 5 tons of fishing is done, so this is unregulated and this is illegal fishing in that area. So this is what is prohibited and illegal at certain space, and this is not to be done. Subsidies also are not to be required to be given for these kind of fishing activities. So countries cannot formally support these kind of activities. This is what is this resolution about. Now, unregulated fishing, it talks about fishing in high seas area, right? So fishing beyond the exclusive economic zone, beyond 200 nautical miles. This is unregulated fishing. And unreported fishing. Now, whatever fishing has been done, it has to be reported. How much was the catch? What was the quantity? Which was the area? So if that is not done, how will the government be able to gauge which area is sustainable to fish, where the catch is better, how much is being caught per month or per year. So these kind of activities, IUU, right, illegal, unregulated and unreported fishing and subsidies in these zones must go away with, must be done away with. This is what is the demand of WTO, right? Now, and this is backed by SDG 14.6. So this is what the Sustainable Development Goal also mentions, right? This is where I would like you to understand one thing. Now, subsidies are of two kinds. One is positive subsidy and one is negative subsidy. Now, for example, what is sustainable? Let us see. If I'm trying to give some community rights to the fishing community in India, right, that is a positive subsidy. How? Because I'm trying to empower them. I'm opening banks. Government is opening banks for them so that there is financial inclusion, so that there is adequate credit available with them, so that community rights ensure that schools are there, hospital is there for participation of the children and improve their health activities. So this is what is a positive subsidy, right? Ensuring good and seamless trade, right? Processing of the food, the catch, fish catch. So this is positive subsidy. What is a negative subsidy? Now, negative subsidy is something which is unsustainable, right? Now, for example, if diesel is given, now diesel is not good for the water as well. Diesel is not good for environment. So this kind of subsidy is not positive, right? Now, if we are using fishing gear, which is ensuring that those kind of catch also get caught, which are not required, which is also called as bycatch. So what is bycatch? If you are catching turtle, if you are catching whale and sharks, which are not to be caught, which is illegal as well, right? So these are called as bycatch. And sometimes we have fishing gear which catch them, and this is how they die in that, getting caught in that particular kind of fishing net, right? So there are two kind of net. One is drift net and one is seal net. Now these are banned at various places. Why? Because a lot of bycatch, they get caught in these kind of net. So one should not give subsidy to seal net and drift net. So this is the idea here, right? Now also there are mammals which want to breathe up in the air. For example, dolphins, they come up and they breathe in the air, right? At certain durations. If these fishing gear catch these kind of mammals below the water and it is here for 1 or 2 days, how will they breathe? And this is how many mammals also die. So this kind of fishing gear cannot be given subsidy. This is what is WTO's say. And let us understand what kind of subsidies India gives. So India gives the both kind of subsidies, positive and negative as well. And this is where negative subsidies must get reduced. Now, this has been a contention for last 20 years. And that is why it becomes an important article to understand. Now, recently, turtle exclusion devices, TED, have started being using, they have been used now. So what they ensure is that turtle, in case they get caught in the fishing net, they can be excluded, right? So there is a vent for turtle to come out, but shrimps and fishes, they get caught in the web, right? Fishing web. So you can use these kind of examples. TED is a good example to use. Seal, drift net should not be used, right? So this is the main contention. Now, what is the issue associated with this kind of fishing? Firstly, there is a declining fishing stock already, right? And unsustainable fishing can lead to further decline in the fishing stock. Already, the overexploitation level has been 34%, right? It was 10% in 1974, but fishes have been exploited to the level that 34% of the global stocks have been overfished, 34% areas, and fishing community has already been exploited. So we have already got declining fishing stock and we are overusing it, right? By using illegal and other kind of fishing activities which are not regulated by the government, right? So this is one. The second one is endangering the coastal community, right? Now, through this kind of activity, imagine if this is unsustainable, what will the poor man who is living around the fishing, around the coastal area do? Will they be able to survive? They will not be able to eat themselves. How will they be able to cater to others, right? So we cannot carry out this kind of illegal and unsustainable fishing activity. This is another contention, and it will lead to worsening of the condition of the poor people, right? Already. So this is another thing. It will also endanger our nutrition intake, because 20% of animal protein is through fishing, right? Fish eating. So this is another thing. Uneconomical fishing, right? Now, because we are already using unsustainable techniques, right? This has become a time-consuming process and more expensive because fishes are not available, and we are already trying to spend more time trying to fish. So there is low stock of fish, and therefore it becomes uneconomical. Human resources spent are more, and the catch is less. So why spend all this much here? So already these are the issues with unsustainable kind of fishing, right? And fourth, race to the bottom. Already a lot of countries are giving subsidies in this arena, right? And there is increased competition in the negative subsidy arena, right? So there are many countries, for example, EU, है ना? United States, South Korea, Japan, China, they are the top 5 subsidy givers, right? India is the 7th, and India is below them. So these are the countries that are trying to give subsidies, and they are increasing their subsidy. So there is a race to the bottom. Who will give more subsidies to promote their fishing activities, unsustainable fishing, right? So this is what is the issue. But why is India opposing this? Let us see. Now, India says that we need to give subsidies to the fishing community. Why? Because there will be livelihood crisis, right? Fishing is an important activity for low-income, poor Indians who are living along the coast, the 7,500-kilometer coast. So we cannot stop this subsidies all of a sudden. This is one. India says there is a need for equity. All the developed countries have already given adequate amount of subsidies and developed their fishing sector, but India is underdeveloped. So how can India stop these kind of subsidies immediately? So this is another question. There should be equity of how to stop it, right? This is what India says. The third one is sacrificing future ambitions. So India also wants to develop its fishing sector, right? And therefore, India says that this is not the best time for us to curtail our fishing endeavors. This is what India says, right? Now, this has also been targeted at China because China also does a lot of fishing activities in the IUU domain, right? Illegal and unregulated fishing domain. And therefore, China is the largest catcher and exporter of fish. India falls far behind, distant 7th in fishing, in fish exporting, right? So it is actually targeted to China, but it is also affecting India's fishing community, right? So this is what India is contending. So what does India say? India says that, okay, we can negotiate some places, but see what we can do. Let's see that. So first, India says that agreement on subsidies should be passed with the right balance and fairness to the countries, right? Now, the second contention India has, which India is trying to sort, is SDT, special and differential treatment. It should not be just given to the poor and artisanal fishermen, but to the whole country, right? To the whole country. So this is what is the main condition that India has. India has said that the subsidy should be given to the whole country as a whole, and not to a particular poor and artisanal fishing community, right? This is what India has said. So this point becomes very important here, right? Now, India says that exemption should be there for eligibility, right? Countries where per capita, gross national income per capita is more than $5,000, where 2% share in the global marine capture is there for the country, or its GDP contribution is less than 10%. That means it is already a developed economy. So these countries will be exempted out of the subsidy regime, right? This is what India says. So this is what is India's point of view. Firstly, that there should be an agreement of subsidy, but it should be balanced and fair. Then India says that the whole country should be given subsidy, not the poor and community, the artisanal community itself. And the third, India has proposed that this is how exemption should be given to those countries which are not a part of the, which should not be given the subsidy, right, under WTO. So this is what is India's contention. Now, this is one of the thorniest issues between the countries, where stakeholders are developed countries, the developing countries, and a country like China, right? So there are many things directed directly to China, but they affect India and some developing countries, especially in matters of providing subsidy to the weaker sections. So India is contending and opposing this kind of regime, right? So very important article, technical. However, the stakeholdership of various stakeholders are very different, right? WTO says that we should stop illegal fishing, and we should have those kind of subsidies which are only positive in nature, not negative, right? But India is opposing on various grounds of livelihood crisis, need for equity, future ambitions for India, right? These are the point. And India also says that the whole country must be given subsidy and not be based on particular sector only, right? So the point is, the technical word here is special and differential treatment, right? Now, which is the SDG, Sustainable Development Goal here? It is number 14.6. right? So elimination of those kind of subsidy which result in IUU, right? Exploitation of the fishing sector. So this is what the article is about, right? Take 1 minute off, think about what we discussed right now, and we covered 3 or 4 different aspects to the same article, right? What does WTO says, right? Why is it important, right? Then what is India's contention, and how India is trying to resolve this particular issue, right? After this, try to attend this question. Discuss the need for an agreement on fisheries subsidies at WTO. What is the need for an agreement, right? So this is where we will understand that there is uneconomical and illegal fishing, and there is livelihood crisis, right? So we will try to balance both these sides. And then what are the concerns and proposal of India with respect to the negotiations? Now, very important article. We have had this in news for quite a while, and this can be asked as an important question, right? Thank you.